Hi, Avner from logic-wiz here with a beautiful puzzle today that has three variants in one Sudoku. We have both killer, palindrome, and thermo. The rules are pretty simple. The normal Sudoku rules apply. The palindrome rules are that the digits on each line has to be completely symmetrical, meaning if we have one in the beginning, there should be one in the end. If we have two second place, two should be in the second place. The killer rules are the digits in each cage. The dotted line cage has to sum up to the number at the top. And the thermo rules are that the digits on each thermo has to be in increasing order, beginning with a bulb. So let's start and see what we can make out of it. So the sum of the digits in each cage must be 45. We have here one digit other than those two cages. So 28 plus 15, we are 43. This one has to be 2. And it's on a palindrome line, so the symmetrical spot has to be 2 as well. Here we have exactly the same condition, 28 plus 8, 36. This one has to be 9 to get to 45. So we have here 9, again on the palindrome 9. This one must be 9. And here we have a cage of 13, therefore this digit must be 4. The same situation over here is 44, this one has to be 1. And the other digit in this cage has to be 4. And we have the same situation, 17, 22, 39, this one has to be 6. Let's continue. 17 can be only 8 and 9, so those two digits are 8 and 9. Here, 7 has only one combination, 1, 2, and 4. We have here already 1 and 2, therefore this one must be 4. It's on a palindrome line, symmetrical spot has to be 4. And the other two digits are 1 and 2. We have here 17 can be only 8 and 9 on 2 spots. We have here 15. There are 2 options for 15, and those are 6, 9 and 7, 8. So those are the only digits available in those 2 spots. And now if we look at the 4, we have 4 here, 4 here, 4 must be here. We have here 17, again, only 8 and 9. 6, only one option, 1, 2, and 3. So the remaining digits in this box are 5, 6, and 7. Let's continue here. 1 here can be only here. If it can be only here, this one must be 2. And this one must be 1. Let's look Look at this cage. 1 and 7 cannot be here, because we have already 1. 2 and 6 cannot be here. So those two digits are only 3 and 5. And the remaining digits here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are 6 and 7. Long press on the cell, I get multi-selects of two cells which are apart from one another. So 6 and 7 here, and since this digit is on a palindrome, here we can have only 6 and 7 as well. What else do we have here? Let's look at this Thermo line. We know that 8 and 9 has to be either here or here, so the maximum digit here can be 7. Therefore, the maximum here is 6, and the maximum here is 5. It cannot be 1, it cannot be 2, so this one can be only 3 and 5. Here it can be only 5, because it has to be one digit at least above this one. 5 and 6. And here it can be only 6 and 7. Now 7 cannot be here because the other digit here has to be 1 and it cannot be 1, so this one must be 6. This one must be 5. This one must be 3. And the other digit here is now 2. We have here 7 on the palindrome line. This one has to be 7. This one has to be 6. And now we have those two digits as well, 3 and 5, and we are remaining here with two digits which are 8 and 9. Lovely. The remaining digits here are 1, 2, 3, and 5. And on the palindrome, those two digits has to be 3 and 5. Now 5 must be here, 5 cannot be here, therefore this one must be 5. Okay, let's look at the 4. The 4 has to be in this row in those 3 cells. However, it cannot be here because we have here a 4 and it's on a palindrome line. It cannot be here because we will have 4 and 4 and we cannot have two digits the same. 4 has to be here. Okay, now here we cannot have 6, so 9 cannot be. Okay, in order to reach 15 with a 9, it has to be 6 and 9, but we cannot longer have 6 and 9 here. Therefore, it's only 7 and 8, and we can remove the 9 from here. And therefore, 9 has to be here. And 8 has to be in this one. Now we're remaining here with 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 6, and 7. Those are the only digits that can be here. Okay. Excuse me, let's move on. Let's look at this one. This one cannot include 5, so I am going to remove all the options with 5. It cannot include 9, I will remove all the options with 9. It cannot include 3 because of the 3 and 5 here. And it cannot include 2. So the only options here are 4, 6, and 7. Well, 6 cannot be here, we'll remove the 6 from here. 4 cannot be here, we'll remove the 4 from here. And 7 cannot be here, 7 is gone. Now the only two digits here are 1 and 8. 1 has to be here. 8 has to be here. And therefore 8 must be here. And 1 must be here. Let's see what else we got here. Now those two are 2 and 3, and 1 cannot be here. 1 has to be here. And we have 1 here, and I made here a mistake. This is not 1, 6, and 7 because 7 is here. This should be 1, 6, and 9. So let's remove the 7 and change it actually to 9. 7 and 8 are here. This one is 7. This one is 8. Here we have 6 and 7. This one must be 9. This one must be 6. The two digits we have left here are 3 and 6. Let's look here. The 28 here include 1, 4, 8. So this option is not valid. It has no 4. Has no 4. This one has no 8. This is valid. It has all the 3. This one has no 8. This one is valid. This one is not valid. It does not have the 1. Now 9 cannot be in it. Both of them do not include does not include the 9, so we're gonna leave it as is for now. Let's look at the 8 over here. 1 and 7 cannot be because we have 1 in both location and 7 in both location. 2 and 6 is still valid. 3 and 5 are still valid as well. So we'll keep it as is. Those two cells are 2 and 6. So you know it's 3 and 6. 3 and 6, and this one can be only 5 or 2. Now we are good. Let's look at those two spots of the palindrome line. Oh, cannot be 1. It cannot be 2. It can still be 3. It cannot be 4. It can still be 5. It cannot be 6. It can still be 7. And it cannot be 8 and 9. So those are the only 3 options. In this cell. Now let's look over here. We know that 12 cannot include 4, so we'll remove all the options with a 4. It cannot include 7. We'll remove the options with a 7. And we cannot include 5. We'll remove the option with a 5 because we have 5 here and 5 here. We are remaining with those 2 options only. Now those 3 cells has only 3 digits because we have the rest of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5. It's 6. And it's 7. Now we have here 6 and 7, therefore this one has to be 5. We have here 6, this one has to be 7. And this one has to be 6. Therefore this one must be 2. And now for 27, we have 5, 6, and 7. So this option is still valid. This one doesn't have 5, 6, 7. This one doesn't have 5, 6, 7. This one has to be 9. And if 9 is here, 9 is here. This one must be 8. Now for here we have can no longer have this option. So it's 1, 3, and 8. 1 and 8 are here, so this one must be 3. And here we have 1 and 8. However, here we have 8, 9 here. 8, 9, this one must be 1. And this one 8. 9. 8. Now we have 9 here. And 8. And since we already put here 3 and 7, this one must be 5. Other side of the palindrome has to be 5 as well. Now the only digits that can be here are 1, 4, and 7. However, 1 cannot be in the second location on the Thermo line. So we're going to remove 1 from here. 1 cannot be here. So therefore 1 must be here. And we still have here the options of 4 and 7 which are valid here on the Thermo line. What do we have remaining here for the 22? There is only 1 option. We have here missing 1 number, which is 1, 2, it's 3. Therefore this one is 3. This one must be 5. This one 3. And now we have, since those 2 are on the palindrome, we have those 2 numbers. This one is 5. This one is 3. And now we have 2 and 3. Now we have here the 6, 3, and 5, and we are missing here 2 and 7. We'll get to them in a second. The options for 6 are either 2 and 4 or 1 and 5. 1 and 5 cannot be here. Those have to be 2 and 4. Therefore 4 cannot be here. This one must be 6. 7 and 4. Here we are missing 2 digits. It is 6 and 9, so 6 has to be here. 9 over here. Here we miss 1 digit for the 28. We have 10, 18, 21. This one has to be 7. We are missing here 1 and 8. 8 has to be here. This one is 1. Now we have here the 4 and the 7. And we are missing here 2. And here we miss 2 and 7. 7 has to be here. 2 must be here. 4 and 2. Well, it was relatively easy one. Hope you like it. If you want to check more games, please follow our Facebook page. We post the games almost every day, which including different variants, killers, sandwich, Thermo, Palindrome, non-consecutive, chess as well, chess knight and chess king. We are going to come out with our app in about soon, in about 2 months. Follow both our YouTube and Facebook to learn when the app is coming. It's going to be a free app. Hope you're going to enjoy it. See you in the next one.